Hey guys, welcome to the Houston Kilby YouTube channel. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Houston Kilby YouTube channel. It's been a while. We've had a lot of things going on. I'm sure you guys just saw the new business just got kicked off, KilbyMotorsports.com. And guys, let me tell you, we've been slammed, ain't we, Jesse?
Yes, sir. Wide open.
It's been absolutely crazy. We've had a ton of orders, a lot of stuff to build, and thank you guys for your patience. We're coming back. We got some more stuff happening, and we've actually got some stuff going on with GTO today. I kind of had a break, so let's talk about it. So you guys can see we've got the intake right here in front of us, and there's a ton of shavings in the floor all over the place. And basically what we had to do was two things. One, I had some really bad spots in here, and basically I welded over it again and then rounded over so it'd be real smooth. So basically when you put the cover on it, everything looks real nice and rounded, and same thing up here at the front, and you can kind of see how all that's going to look very nice and clean sort of thing. So I just didn't like the way it looked before, so did some TLC on that, and now on to the next problem area that we had. So this intake, I've got to send it off to Steve Morris. It's the gentleman who's going to be building our engine, and he also did our super cool motor mounts and the belt drive system, pro charger system, all that wicked cool billet stuff you see on the front of my motor. That's who that came from. So now we've got to get this intake converted into an EFI intake. This thing used to be nitrous ported, and we cut all the bungs off. I had my dad, Matt Kilby, take his mill machine, cut them off there real good for us, and then now we're taking all of our little grinders and sanders and burr bits, everything we got in the whole arsenal, to kind of round it up, smooth it up, clean it back up, and then once we've got that down, I'll go in, you guys will get to see it here in a little bit, and we're going to weld up these holes, smooth everything back up, and then we got to start boxing it up to ship out. So we got a lot of things ahead of us here, a lot of fabrication, but we're going to have a good time, and let's rock and roll.
Camera on?
Yeah.
You know you got problems when it takes two guys to work on one intake.
That's a fact, Jack. I tell you, I can't thank Jesse enough, though. There's a lot of sanding on this thing. So kind of an update of what all is going on right now. Jesse is right now kind of working on the top area and getting it all cleaned up and kind of giving it a solid satin finish everywhere, so it's all got one color. And then down here I am been kind of shaping it and cleaning the runner up so it looks good and getting rid of all that nasty looking area. And then we're about to do some welding here in just a minute, and once the welding's done, we'll have some more sanding to do. Me and Jesse both have got to clean all the runners up, and then down here in this area we got to sand and clean it up too. There's some scratches in there we need to clean up, but we're getting there, one piece at a time. Okay guys, so a little tip here I'm going to give out. So this is something I do. So as you can see, we got ourselves a little practice piece here with TIG welding aluminum with. So basically ourselves a piece of 1/4 inch, and so you can see a really bad weld here, and you can see some other ones and some other ones. What I like to do is I like to do some practice welds, especially with aluminum, because you have to be so consistent with your dipping and your dabbing and all that stuff, because this was my first weld. You see how bad it is. And basically what this weld told me, one, the metal wasn't clean, and you can see there's no scratches right here. And then when you look at this side over here, I sanded it and cleaned it. Same thing over here. And basically what I was doing was playing with the amperage to see what worked out the best. So this is just a trick that I like to do. I actually learned this from Jesse James. I was watching one of his Monster Garage videos, and he was actually welding on some tubing, and he said he likes to take the exact same thickness of material, and then welding on it before he actually welds on his actual project piece. So I took that and started playing with different amperages until I got it where I wanted it, and then played with different how long you keep the heat on it for how wide your puddle is and stuff. So just a good tip, thought I'd share it with you. Alrighty guys, so we did the welding on the old holes there where the nitrous ports was. The film turned out really bad, so sorry about that. I don't know what happened, but after it was all said and done, all the welding was done, and there you have it. So we just used our Lincoln TIG 175, and we had it on about 155 amps, and we used the gas lens, and we rocked it out. So welds turned out okay, but those are going to end up being sanded down anyway, so didn't want to bore you guys with that. Apologize, film didn't turn out good, but we're going to make it up. So let's go down to my dad's. We got some machining to do, and then after that we're going to take a ride in his wicked cool blown injected pickup truck. So let's go check that out, and who knows, we might get to take a ride in it first and then do the machining afterwards. So let's head down to my dad's and see what he's up to.
He just said, "You want to ride in this thing?" I was like, "I'm a white dude that likes hot rod." No, just go on.
Just go on.
That's a goofball question, man.
Now Jesse, is this your first blower motor experience?
In a blower motor, yep.
Alright, that's cool. That's cool. We're about to make it happen, man.
I have a feeling I got respect for him. I'll have a whole lot more after this.
That's right.
Let me get it turned around, okay?
10-4. Floorboard between his legs. Y'all be careful. Experience was in a blower motor truck. What's that feel like?
Dude, how can you even explain something like that?
It's pretty radical.
It's radical, man. It's pretty wizard. I like it, man. I've always loved them. That's the reason I've loved them.
It's awesome, man. We definitely gotta give big thanks to old Dad for taking us a ride in it, and it's time to get on some intake work.
That's right, man.
Alrighty guys, we're back in Dad's shop working on the intake. and we're out here on the mill machine. It's been a while. It's been a while since I fired this thing up on my own here, so it's kind of a cool little project to get back into, doing some mill work. So basically what we're doing, I needed an upgraded burst panel installed on this intake before we ship it out to Steve Morris. So as you can see, there's an old school, and I know a lot of guys still use this, but this is like a burst panel for nitrous setup, and we need a little bit more area than that. So what we've done is we've got one of these wicked cool Aaron Simple super wicked quick release burst panel setup here, and I'll show you guys how this works. So most burst panels have all these little holes around through here, and that's the only way you can get the actual plate off. But on his setup, which is super cool, you just loosen up these 4 bolts and boom, now you can take a plate off without having all those little bolts to take off. And so what a lot of guys do, and we talked to Aaron about it, you know, you just buy a couple of these plates right here on top, and then now you can just swap in and out plates really quick. So it's a super cool design, and I wanted it on my car to start with. It was just super cool, so we had to have it. So right now we're milling us out a slot to get all that mounted up, and it's going to be super cool. So let's do some machining here and get back after it. And boom, just like that, guys. Alrighty guys, we're getting this thing looking better and better and better every little step we do. We got the runners looking good. We're ready to Scotch-Brite the whole intake. We got that inside hole knocked out, and we pretty much wrapped up for down at Dad's. And I'm just really liking how all this is looking right in through here. It's really cleaned up a bunch since you know, this time last week. So we are doing good. We got to get the burst panel welded on back home. We need to do a few more things to it, and then I think we're getting really close to sending this thing to Steve Morris. So hopefully here before long we can send this thing off, and when we get back we will have our wicked cool big massive fuel rails on it, big huge injectors on it, and this thing is going to be insane. Alright, let's keep on the rocking. Alrighty guys, well, let's have ourselves a little shop talk here before we leave this video off. So we got several thank yous to do. First off, Jesse, man's always been a huge help to every project I got going on, so big thanks to him. A huge thanks to my dad, Matt Kilby, man. His wicked truck is super cool. You know, we have been slammed busy with everything that's going on, whether it be business related or my race car stuff or hot rod stuff or just life in general. So it's been crazy. And Dad was like, hey, let's get together. And it was his birthday. And I was like, we'll go down and eat some hamburgers, see him. I need to do some machine work as well on my intake. And I was like, hey, let's just have a big old evening of it. And Dad was like, well, I'd like to drive my truck too. So I was like, well, hey, Jesse's going to be there. He wants to ride in it. So let's just have a good old time with it. So it all worked out really good, all in the same day. So it worked out really good. So we had a good time with that. So big thanks to Dad. It's always good working with him and getting to build stuff together. So me and him's always been doing that for a long time. So let's talk about some business stuff here real quick. There's been a ton of questions about what all's going on, what all's happening. So to clear some stuff up, yes, we sell KCD products. That's my Uncle Blaine Kilby. And yes, my business is Kilby Motorsports. You know, we sell a lot of products. We build chassis. You know, I do anything from building suspension kits, and me and Blaine work together on a lot of projects. And, you know, that's what's going on. So there's been a lot of questions there. Hope that clears that up. Yes, we do have a lot of things coming. So meaning I'm working with a lot of different people on selling different products on the website. I cannot go into that yet. We're still working on that information. This stuff takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of, you know, homework, figuring out how the pricing is going to work, figuring out how the website works. This is all new stuff for me. And you know, the website thing is really tough sometimes, and it's very, very competitive. So we're really working on that. That's my goal and my dream, to make that work so we can, one, sell the products we make in-house. You know, we do all of our own plasma cutting, all that stuff, we do it in-house. And, you know, we want to take it to the next level. We want to offer more and more suspension kits. We want to offer more and more chassis components and chassis as well. So there's a ton of stuff that it takes to make that happen. So we're kind of in the works of getting all that together. So thank you everyone for patience on that stuff, and thank you everyone who has bought anything, whether it be from my website or from KCD. So I mean, any and all of our products, you guys are awesome for buying that stuff and using our stuff. So thank you guys. Tons more stuff to come. The race car stuff for my GTO, there's a lot of stuff happening in the background with it, and there's going to be a lot of cool things happening. So we're very excited. Thank you guys for the patience. I know it's been a while. Our episodes have been very far and few in between, but trust me, it's for the good. There's a lot of things happening, and we cannot wait to see you guys in the next episode.